Good afternoon. It is May the 22nd, and look who's back. I can't believe it's been, 10 days since I did one of these? Everything just didn't work. I was busy and I didn't walk, and then the last 4 days it's been raining, and I was in Saskatchewan at a conference, and so sorry about that. If you thought I had dropped off the face of the planet, I have not, in fact, dropped off the face of the planet. I'm still right here in Regina, Saskatchewan, Canada. And it's been so long since I walked that the trees have progressed mightily. And you might even see some flowering here. When I was in Saskatchewan, they were certainly flowering. So I presume they're flowering here. Actually, I have seen some. I know they are, but I don't know if we're past any on this trip or not. I don't know what they're doing there. It looks like a very, very long grave, but that can't be what it is. Oh, dandelions are out. It's a beautiful day. Very fresh air because, as I said, it rained. For the last, I think it's been raining since Sunday, Monday, maybe Saturday. I don't know. Several days anyway. It rained. So I'm just heading downtown. I was working at home, but I wanted to go downtown at least one day this week and do a walk, and I'll be focused on editing and writing down there, whereas here I was doing some desktop publishing work. Prettiest time of the year, really, because the trees are that fresh, spring-like green. Flowers aren't really out yet. It's also been very cold. It's only 12 degrees today. It was 3 in the mornings and going up to 5. So it's been very chilly. I don't know if they opened the pool in the park. They sometimes do on the long weekend because it was so chilly. They probably didn't. And going forward, it's warmer, but nothing really, really hot. We already had some 30-plus days, but it seems like maybe that was our summer, and it's going to be chilly. I don't know. And again, because it's summer, there will be long interruptions in my walking as we do this and that, but I will always come back eventually, barring disaster. Should get a few more in over the next little while, and then probably I'll have to stop again for a bit after that. I have a busy lifestyle. It's also the time of the year when the elm trees dump all sorts of seed pods and things in the gutters, which then become full of the gunk. Trees are very dirty things. They're always dropping stuff. And of course, if you're parked on the street, like we often are, they drop it on your car and it'll get covered with sap and seed pods, and they don't stay clean very long when you wash them because of that. And we'll see what the natural path is to get downtown today. Heading to the hotel to work. One thing I did yesterday was get the final print files for my upcoming middle grade fantasy novel, Fireboy, off to the printer. It's got some great preliminary reviews, and I'm very excited to get it out there. Well, actually, we're a little past the peak, I think, on this cherry tree here, but still some blossoms to be seen. It may have dropped a few. Or possibly they're still coming out. It's hard to be sure. Well, maybe there's not a lot. Well, yeah, there's some down there. Hard to say. I missed that across the light. This way. yeah, these ones are quite stinky. Very distinctive, sharp, almost meat-like smell. I think it's a mountain ash. Not a sweet smell at all. I always think of it as a meaty, savor, not exactly savory, but meat's not quite the right word either. But more in that line than in what you usually think of as flowers. By Leopold's Tavern, Specs by Ryan, Petrocam, where we usually buy gas. Bus stop, you can see the bus pulling away, going to Hillsdale, it says, with Albert South on the back of it. Following it up, I mean. Petrocam. Much nicer today. The sun is out. I'm wearing a sweater because it's a little cool, but I could have gotten away with it without one, especially when I'm walking. And this we're crossing here because I've still got the light. It'll be perfect timing to cross the other way when I get over here. So I'll go down this way since this is where I got across. Away from some of the traffic. Where are we at? Just well past lunch hour. Yeah, this will be a late lunch for me. One reason I delayed was the phone was not well charged. I had to plug it in for a while. Must not have charged overnight. So I plugged it in well. See lots of puddles because of the rain. The conference I was at in Saskatchewan was called Prairie Horizons. It's the CanScape annual conference. CanScape is Canadian Society of Children's Artists, Illustrators and Performers. But it was primarily, although there were illustrators there for sure, it was primarily a writing conference. And I was one of the presenters. I was on a panel about publishing, and also looked at 4 manuscripts and provided feedback and samples of manuscripts. And, you know, socialized, hung out. Got some writing done too, which was nice. Not enough. Trying to read that. Oh, in Brazil. Well, hello, Brazil. Yeah, I'm sorry I've been so lax in the last little while. And that'll probably continue, but maybe come July or so, maybe I'll get back on a more, I will walk. Part of the thing is I'm going to the gym 3 times a week now, and that hour I spent at the gym is the hour I would have spent walking. And I can't really spend an hour walking and an hour in the gym, so oh, there's some nice flowering cherry trees again, I think. So, that's one reason I haven't been walking as much, and I don't think that probably won't change because I really 2 hours a day really starts to cut into my time. Maybe once I quit publishing and go back to just writing, I'll have more time to do walking. But that's not happening anytime soon. I still have the publishing company still viable. I don't know if it's viable, but at least I'm doing it. Trying to make it viable. We'll go up this way because there's several cherry trees up there. never been to Brazil. I've never been south of the equator, or to the equator, which I guess parts of Brazil are north of the equator. Been to Europe and as far over as Greece. And that's about it, as far as the rest of the world goes. Lovely. Smell much better than the mountain ash. Really smells nice. Transit service, they pick up people who need assistance, part of the bus system. Old house over there with the stone pillars. It's in my book, Historic Walk to Regina, but as I keep saying, I'd have to either carry that with me or read it all again to comment on everything I go by. And it's too hard to look it up as you're walking. Well, that bush is flowering as well. We have a mock orange in our backyard. There's that nice, I like to look at that one. A mock orange in our backyard that it's always the last thing to flower, but it's really beautiful when it does. Probably won't flower for another month, or at least a few weeks, a couple of weeks. We don't have real oranges here. They don't grow in our climate. There's no such thing as Saskatchewan citrus. I did talk to a guy once who was trying to figure out how to grow them successfully and commercially in greenhouses, but I've never heard anything more from it, so I suspect that just didn't work out. Now 13th here. That's what used to be the Y. Still says Health Center coming soon, the Nest. My daughter used to go to daycare in there when it was a Y. And I used to go, my gym used to be in there, but it closed down during the pandemic. I'm sure partially because of the pandemic. There is still a YMCA, but it's way up in the north end, way too far for me to be practical. This one I could walk to. But I have a gym I can walk to, although I've been driving to it mostly, called OPEX, part of the chain, which I like because there's always coaches on hand, and you have a private coach who gives you your workout each day and keeps tabs on your progress. So it works out really well. That's the kind of thing I need, is something where somebody tells me what to do and where I feel I have a responsibility. I mean, I'm also paying more money than I would like for it, but it's a nice view of sort of downtown. You can see the towers, such as they are, looking up over there. And the Hotel Saskatchewan, where I'm headed to, is right in the middle now. Oh, I had disappointing news on my podcast. I was all set to interview someone I'm really excited to talk to, and then he contacted me and said he'd had a medical issue and I'd have to wait a while. So Alan Bradley, the author of the Flavia de Luce books. If you've never read the Flavia de Luce books, well, I envy you because you get to read them. They're a treat. It's set in post-war England, a very unusual girl, 11, I guess, when the book starts. She was 12 now. She crammed a lot into a few months of her life. 12 books, 11 books. We're on the 11th. I think there's another one we haven't been to. So, yeah. Salvation Army over there, where I think people are going in for a free lunch. Older style apartment buildings. sale by Muriel Harvey, realtor. For sale. Oh, it must be condos, not rental apartments. The building over there with the wreath on the door was the Saskatchewan Writers Guild office. When I first moved to Regina, they moved three times since then. Very settled where they are now, which is in the warehouse district. Tomorrow I'll be over in Harbor Landing and I'll probably try to do a walk over there, maybe. In fact, I was thinking of going there today. I kind of forgot I was thinking of going there today. I would be there now, so anyway, I have to pick up something from the vet out there for our cat, Shadowpaw. Some medicine that he has to take. A bit of a challenge getting him to take it, but I think we've got it nailed now. It's a liquid, and we squirt it into a little lickable treat, and then we put some of his absolute favorite, extremely fishy treats on top of that. He gobbles up the fishy treats and licks up all the lickable stuff around it, and that gets the medicine into him. But we struggled figuring out the best way to do it. I tried just squirting it into his mouth, which is what you're supposed to be able to do, but he just drooled it right out again. Hi, Mark. Well, he's not exactly sick. He's diabetic. Well, I guess he is sick, but this is his diabetes medicine. There's an oral medicine you can give cats now, as there are for some human cases, so you don't have to give them insulin. And he's doing extremely well on it. He seems to be as healthy as you could want. Well, we found out about the diabetes about 9 months ago or something. So it's been very worrisome at the time, but the medicine seems to really be doing the trick. His blood sugar's good, and he gained the weight he lost, and he's not drinking water vociferously. That's not the right word. Thirstily, I guess, as he was. So he's doing very well. I think we'll be 13 this year, so he's not an ancient cat, but he's not a kitten anymore either. If there's a dog, he'd probably already be dead, so you know. There's one advantage of cats, they do generally outlive dogs. Although I suppose if you're a Saskatchewan squirrel, I suppose if you're one of the people who really doesn't like cats, the fact that they live longer is not a plus, but oh, here we go, nice view with the cherry trees framing the cenotaph there in Victoria Park. That'll be a nice, pretty picture right there, except for that car that stuck its nose in it. I should mention, since Mark just checked in on Facebook, that his book, Cupboard Love, A Dictionary of Culinary Curiosities, is the next title coming from Shadowpaw Press, releasing Tuesday, next Tuesday. Very funny book, very interesting book. It's a glossary, but reading it start to finish is actually the way to read it. I mean, sure, you can look stuff up, but reading start to finish is well worth the time as well. I should know, because I read every word. All right, that's it for today. Thanks for walking with me, and I'll be back tomorrow.